So welcome back, YouTube subscribers. I figure I want to do something different here. I want to compare two different cartridges that I have, and I'll explain to you in a minute. So recently I have had the Charisma from Clearaudio for about a year now, almost a year. Let me get it to stand up here. And great stylus, but very expensive, high-end, $2,200 it retails, and sounds phenomenal, right? So long story short here, I don't know what happened. I was flipping the vinyl, and for some reason the tone arm got away and hit the top of the weight and actually busted the needle off. And there's no way I could have did a trade-in with what I'm about to show you, but this isn't what it's all about. I want to show you there is no difference in the quality if you're, in my opinion, spending more money, and I'll explain to you why when I get to that. But the Charisma had great separation, unbelievable tone and balance and mid-range. It was everything that I was impressed and amazed by in a cartridge, because when I first got the Marantz TT15S1, I had the Clearaudio Virtuosis V2, which sounded good but lacked a little bass. It was like tiny, thin bass, but the mid-range was still there, but just lacked in the bass. It wasn't as punchy, so I went with the Charisma. So I didn't have no choice, and I wasn't going to buy another Charisma cartridge. So the past few days I got the Clearaudio Performer V2 cartridge, as you could see there. Almost looks like the Charisma, but it has numbers on the side. I don't know what the numbers on the side mean, but the Clearaudio Performer V2, if I was to do a blind test between the two, I would not be able to tell the difference. They almost have a similar sound, and I'll get into the spec details in a minute, but I was shocked for a cartridge that is the Clearaudio V2 that's 500 hours. Some places have it on sale for 400, which I did get it for 400 at a musicdirect.com, but I actually got the last one, and it comes in this little fancy box right here. So anyway, I'll explain to you these specs. So the Performer 2, which is 23 hertz and 20 kHz, and output is 3.6. The weight is 7.4 grams, and channel separation is 0.8 dB. Now, as we move on to the Charisma, it's 20 hertz and 20 kHz, which the K is the 20 kHz is the same as the Performer V2. But then we get into the output. Output is basically both the same, 3.6. One thing that's different, if it makes a difference, the Performer 2 is 7.4 grams. The Clearaudio Charisma is 9 grams. And the biggest difference between the two, the Performer, the channel separation is 0.8 dB, and the Charisma is 30 dB for channel separation. And this is what I'm about to get into. If you're willing to spend, and this is my opinion because I already experienced this, if you're willing to spend $2,200 for a cartridge, by all means, if you can. But I broke one. I'm not buying and paying for another one for that same price. And the reason why is I've explained to you that this Performer 2 sounds similar to the Charisma. So what I'm trying to get is, so you're going to pay a tiny bit more, or $1,500 or so more, just for a little tiny extra feature like channel separation, or a little bit of bells and whistles that your ears probably won't even hear, which I could tell you after spinning a few vinyl now, I cannot tell the difference between the two. They both sound similar. So if I was accidentally going to hurt that needle or break it or whatnot, I would go back to the Performer 2. I would obviously not go back to the Charisma. Now, don't get me wrong, if I had the money, I would go back to the Charisma, but anytime soon or down the road, absolutely not, because my ears cannot tell the difference between, if that's the case, the difference in channel separation. It's the channel separation is definitely the same to hearing it from me. The Performer V2 has that same quality, punchy bass, no harshness at all. And it's an unbelievable sound cartridge. It's not entry. It's actually a high-end 1-2. And I mean, 500 hours is a lot for a cartridge too. I mean, yeah, 2,200 hours is ridiculous expensive, but I tried it, and like I said, lasted a year. I almost cried when it hit the weight clamp there and the needle busted off, and did my homework and went with the Clearaudio V2. And I just want to put that out there for you folks, that any cartridge that costs more, just do your homework, like, before purchasing different kind of cartridges. I know that that's expensive hobby too, just like all audio and electronics, and especially what kind of gear that you have hooked up to it. I mean, as far as my YouTube subscribers know, that I have the Cante 2s, the Rel HT 1500 Predator 2, which is only used for movies, and I recently bought the Marantz SR8015, and then the NAD Master Series M28 with the Oppo 203 and the Panamax M5300. And to those that don't subscribe to my channel, I'll show you that I got the Impression Series for sound adjustments. That was the biggest money investment that I ever made, and they're the 244s. All of these are from GIKacoustics.com, and the Impression Series are on the wall. The 244s are on the top, and it's just a run through. Like, you could buy something for more money and compensate for something less, which in my opinion would be, if you're into vinyl, the cartridge. So I'm going to play a demo with the Clearaudio Performer V2, and well, rest in peace, Charisma. I'll still save you. And it's not going to obviously sound the same. YouTube compresses the music, whatever earbuds you're listening to, this or that.
Hey,